Making a video. Yes, an antinatalist video. Responding to, yes, one of these typical human beings. The same old glib, generic, babbly talk about what life is. The magic word, life. Just so silly. So, his brilliant theory is that it's immature to have an expectation of things like, I don't know, consent when you're going to risk somebody else's welfare, and things like deserve. If you think deserve should have something to do with how life works, well, then you're immature. That's immature thinking. Yes, the smart people just settle into being a good little Borgite and cheering for the gladiator splendor, the carnage. Yeah, come on, they're sadistic people. There's no other word for it. They will watch other people squirm and suffer from their comfy robe life and negate the meaning of it. Yes. Yes. Disgusting.
Childish expectations about existence.
Childish. See, childish, and it's religious too. So somehow taking evolution seriously, which is, evolution is basically a, 500 million year, playing with sentient organisms anyway, but a 4 billion year old gladiator war. There's nothing else to call it. It's this silly contest. King of the mountain for realsies. Kill millions to produce one survivor so it can have a tougher fingernail. Yeah, so to get stronger fingernails, yeah, let's annihilate, brutally kill, harm, maim millions for stronger fingernails. And call that a good idea, because that's what mature human beings do. Serious-minded human beings who aren't religious or controlled by dogma. Yeah. Yeah. And this guy's just saying, oh, no, I like chasing pink balloon. I like chasing pink balloon. There, that's the end of the argument. There's no further conversation. So because one retard, or because 10 million retards like to chase pink balloons, it's intelligent to say pink balloons must have value, because why would all the retards be chasing them if they didn't have value? Of course they must have value. Why would the retards chase them? That's supposed to be our logic. That's supposed to be what an intelligence does with the equation. Man, the IQ on this planet is dismal. Anyway.
An experience in the world.
I mean, I turned the volume up. I mean, could you please make a fucking video with, somewhere in the vicinity of the microphone on your camera? Shit. Alright. There, it's as loud as it goes. Fuckhead.
All those expectations were shattered.
There, so his theory is we had childhood expectations of a good, fair game, and because it's not a good, fair game, we're just being little pussy pots or something. It's not we should have given up on that. It's silly to have standards. Standards are for things who aren't cockroaches. Standards are for things that have dignity and integrity. Yeah, we're not supposed to have any standards. That's childish. Standards are childish.
And replaced with pessimism.
No, just a realistic recognition that this is sort of a crappy hand we've been dealt in a stupid and idiotic game. And if we have any kind of integrity or decency, we're not going to impose it on somebody else.
Now, the antinatalists don't have a glorious afterlife to believe in.
Yeah, and neither do you. Right? You just think it's fun to just keep chasing your pink balloons forever. Yes, you'll die, and then there'll be a new little Graham somewhere on the planet chasing his little shiny pink balloon. And therefore it makes you feel all good that there's somebody in the universe chasing their pink balloon. And you think that's logical. Because you have the mind of a fucking child.
So they're just, as they are reactionaries.
Reactionary. So I don't even know what that means. They're reactionary. Oh, we knee-jerked our way into this thing, right? We just jumped at the first conclusion out there. We didn't sit there and give life a fair shot at all.
They've just...
I mean, isn't that what the rest of society is doing? Isn't that what the life lovers are doing? Aren't they the ones who aren't living in reality? Aren't they the crazy fucks who are sitting on the shores of the ocean throwing flowers to the 9/11 murder victims, or doing some other kind of ludicrous nonsense that makes absolutely no sense? Rooting for their home teams? Aren't they the knee-jerk reactionary, and the reaction is, show me the Borg? God.
Developed a glorious no-life to believe in.
Oh, the no life. That's right. The glorious leave me the fuck alone. That's right. I don't want to be a rapist or the rapee. I don't want anything to do with this stupid let's beat the shit out of each other over and over and over again to accomplish absolutely nothing. Yeah, it's stupid.
You know? And if they sacrifice all the pleasures and happiness...
Yeah, none of that has to happen. So again, all this, we're sacrificing all the pleasures and the happiness that the majority of people voluntarily have chosen not to do because they basically see it as a ball and chain noose around their fucking neck. Yeah, unless you're a child molester, I don't really get it. What do I get out of having a kid? What's the big prize that I get it? Huh? Worry and concern and fret. Worry, concern, fret. Concern, fret, worry. Oh, that's right, I don't get shit out of the deal.
All the evil, false emotions.
Yeah, says you again. You can live a perfectly happy life without having kids. And the antinatalist just goes the one further. He says, I'm glad not to be a rapist, and yeah, I think other people ought to be non-rapists too.
In this life, then they'll be working towards the glorious no life.
Whatever. They're working to the glorious quit fricking torturing victims for no good reason. Quit spilling guts. Quit having guts pop out of ears. Quit having roadkill all over the place for no good reason. To do absolutely nothing but sit around in your drunken stupor, twiddling your lips.
That if they all get together and work together, they can find a way of ending all existence.
Yeah, well look, the game is already won. We just have to stop the dumbest people on Earth. That's right, the ones with the lowest IQs, the ones with the least money, the least equipped to be parents, and we have to stop them from being parents. And then we win. Because yes, everybody else has already fucking got on the train, Dumbo. Yeah, just ignore that fact, though. Yeah, pretend it's not a fact because it's not convenient to your silly argument. Oh, that's right. That's silly argument time because Grey Text is making a video.
They could have their own rapture.
Oh, it's rapture. Yeah, I'm just so fucking thrilled to have to sit on this ball of puke with you disgusting, smelly pigs and sit there and argue with you assholes about stopping you from being assholes. It's just so fucking fun. Rapture, rapture. We're stopping Mangala. I'm going to get all raptured about it. No, I'm going to lament that for 4 billion years there was nothing smart enough on this planet to call you what you are, a piece of suck. Now there is something smart enough on the planet to call you what you are, a disgusting piece of stupid suck.
And it won't be all these plagues and suffering kind of raptures.
Oh, glib much? Glib, glib, all these suffering plagues, and oh gee, well, so what? Somebody dies. Oh, so what? Somebody's sick. Oh, so what? Somebody's in horrible pain. Oh, so what? Fuck you.
Like, you know, in the Bible and shit. You know, maybe there'll be 144,000 core antinatalists who will be saved.
Yeah, whatever. Again, you're the one talking religion. You're the one with the religion of your purpose and your accomplishment. Somehow your magical Sisyphus god, you know, who's going to make the magical, stupid, pointless boulder adventure will actually have a big payoff. Because the boulder is actually a giant chicken egg.
I don't know. But
yeah, that's right. You don't know shit. You don't think shit. You don't do shit. You're just shit.
They will have their own Armageddon.
Yeah, the Armageddon of a cure for cancer, a cure for depression, a cure for alcoholism, a cure for despair and horror, a cure for that's right, it cures everything. What an Armageddon! Oh, we cured every single horrible misery on earth. What a horrible Armageddon! Oh my!
You know? And, you know,
I gotta be right beside me, you know, I don't really have to make an argument, do I? Just have to say, you know what I mean, right? They're crazy and we're smart because we're fat, stupid, and smelly.
Well, just teasing just now.
No, I'm just teasing, I'm just wasting your time, just talking nonsense and gibberish because that's what I do in the morning. Fuck.
I mean, see, I'm not saying antinatalists are right like Christians, obviously, but I kind of am.
Yeah, you kind of am, you kind of aren't. You're just being maligning and insulting for no good reason because you don't have a fucking argument to make, so you just got to make some sort of insult and derogatory thing. So then when they come back and just say, you're fat and smelly, you're going to say, oh, you got all personal. Yeah, because you're a hypocrite. Besides being fat and smelly, you're a hypocrite. Duh.
You know, I think Christians are a product of their language and their culture, and so are antinatalists.
Oh, whatever. There are no Christians anyway. No, none of the Pope doesn't even believe in God. It's all it's a social club. Are you going to call antinatalism a social club? I mean, get real. Ugh, this is just so lame.
Although they would think that they're separate from their culture and objective and absolutely correct and true and so on.
Yeah, oh, and so on. What is your argument? What is your argument in defense of your life? Oh, I like Pink Balloon. I want Pink Balloon. You don't have anything. You got nothing but some subjective, idiotic, personal horny for silliness. Right? It's a fucking cockfight. You're defending cockfighting. That's all you're doing. You're saying you like to watch. You like it. And because somebody else says it's disgusting and you're a pig, somehow, and your counter argument is, I like it. So again, you're not explaining how this isn't just, you're just a fucking disgusting, sadistic asshole. And that's all you are. A disgusting, sadistic glibist.
I guess
I mean, I hope you get your eyes pecked out.
Christians feel that way as well. They think that, you know, they've cottoned on to the special truth of the universe sort of idea.
Yeah, that's whatever. Like I said, Christians are just defending a notion that it's good for people. Alright? They're nothing better than cigarette bigots. They don't have a real philosophy. Okay? It's just that, hey, I can take away other people's rights and it's fun. That's all they have. They'll sacrifice nothing of their own to their God. They'll just sacrifice other people's liberty. Because they're liars and scumbags. But so are you.
But, you know, when somebody comes to me and says suffering is bad, if you're good, and they don't say this explicitly, but it's implied.
Well, I'll say it pretty explicitly. Yes, suffering's bad, and if you're not against it, you're an asshole.
Suffering is bad. You're a good person, then you should work towards removing the bad. And the bad is, suffering is life, so life is bad, so you should work towards ending life.
Yeah, it's a pretty simplistic way of describing it, and we obviously, I think, do a much better job of giving more meaning to this conversation by explaining the dynamic of evolution, the dynamic of our psychology, how it's entirely built out of visceral addiction, and that, yes, we are accomplishing nothing, and so all of the price is unnecessary, because we're the only thing that need us to exist. There's no rational need in the world that we can find. We can't read humans need to exist on a tree. We can't see it anything logical at all. It only exists as a notion in people's heads. And once the people don't exist, the idea that humans need to exist no longer exists, because the need has no substance. Just like the need for Martians to exist has no substance, and the need for Venetians to exist has no substance. They would only need to exist if there was idiotic Venetians around going, which means Venetians need to exist because we like to chase pink balloons. God, you're just so fucking stupid.
And that's logical to them. And I guess it is logical.
Oh yeah, I guess it is, because yeah, I don't have any counter-argument whatsoever. I'm completely a subjectivist asswipe who thinks the truth is something everybody just makes up. So yeah, I'm totally idiotic, so yeah, they're logical, I'm not. Yeah, that might be a problem. Yeah, I guess that's the problem, right? I'm logical, you're not. Yeah, that's the problem. I use my brain correctly, you use your brain, you might as well use it for toilet paper, because you're not going to do anything with it called logic.
Logically correct, but entirely fucking stupid, you know.
Yeah, you know, yeah, as I say so, because their premises are wrong, because it's not evolution, because it's not a material universe, because it's not chemistry, because it's not following the laws of fucking stupid, idiotic universes that don't have a brain. I mean, as bad as the Pyrrhos and the Thou Art Thats with their pantheism pretending there is some sort of rational structure to the world, this asshole knows there's no rational structure, and yet he still defends it. So it makes him even more colossal an asshole. He doesn't even have the pretense of Gaia to believe in. He actually he actually knows it's a slaughterhouse. He knows it's an idiotic ego game of hierarchy, and yet he still defends it. Because he's a fucking pig. He wants to eat slop, and he thinks other people should enjoy eating slop. Fuck.
I value life.
You value slop. Okay, there's no point in saying you value life. What the fuck does that mean? You value life. That's like, again, just saying I value gladiator war. I value cockfighting. I value dog fights. I like to watch the blood and the guts. I like to watch the things fight and prove their worth by destroying their adversaries. I like to watch the carnage. I like the undeservedness of it, and I like the fact that no consent was acquired. I like imposing suffering for my pleasure. That's all you're saying. You like imposing suffering for your spectacle. You suck.
More than I value not suffering.
Yeah, well, that's you. But you'll make the decision for other people. So because you value it, you'll impose it on somebody else and say they should value it. That's your rationale. You don't care if they are tortured by it. That they find it totally and completely repulsive and obnoxious. You just don't give a fuck. Because you're a selfish motherfucking piece of crap.
And I'm not alone in that.
Wow, so that validates it right there. Just like all the Christians aren't alone in their delusion, you're not alone in your delusion that somehow life is serving a purpose and that's accomplishing more than the value of the suffering cause. So all the animals that suffer, the 10,000 dead octopi are worth the one octopi that survives. The 10,000 dead sea turtles, baby sea turtles, is worth the one that survives. Says Greytex, the authority, God, the giver of life. Oh, fuck.
The reason I know I'm not alone in that is because there's life all around me, including the antinatalists.
Yeah, right. And they're here by their choice. Right? They gave birth to them. Oh, that's right. That was because you obnoxious assholes decided to play God. Oh, that's right. Unqualified, never passed the test, but you say you have the right to impose. You have a right to tell them they're going to enjoy chasing Pink Balloon, or else I'll just torture them anyway. Yeah, that's the or else. Or else, tough shit. Fuck you.
You know, the Christians don't want to be progressive. They don't want to work towards making this world a better place because...
Oh, yes, they do. As long as they don't have to pay for it. And as long as it's, you know, they can take away abortion rights and they can do this and do that and try to force people to have unpleasant sex and do all this other shit to make the world a better place. So they're doing lots of hard work to reform everybody to be a good little liar and, you know, sin in private. Don't ask, don't tell.
It's impossible. It can't be perfect. It can't be like heaven. So let's not even bother.
I never even heard a Christian even say that, so I don't even know where you get that from. but whatever. So you know, I just it doesn't even mean anything, right? I mean, obviously from a Christian perspective, yeah, they don't have a huge incentive to fix things because, yeah, God's supposed to. So, yeah, I'll grant that point to you. But how does that relate to antinatalism? Oh, that's right. There's no chance you can make that relate.
You know, let's just work our way through this life with our ethics until we die. And then we'll go to heaven.
Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, well, like I said, they don't believe any of that shit. So we see them all investing in this life. We see them all buying life insurance. We see them all, you know, putting away some money for the children because they know God isn't going to show up and take care of any of this shit.
It's like, oh, you know, we can't do anything in this world other than end it. Right.
So let's not... Okay, so the most outspoken antinatalist on YouTube is who? Oh, that would be me. Oh, right. And I have all these channels on how to reform the education system and the democracy, and I'm the one making the anti-Google videos, and I'm the one... Right. Millions, just millions and millions of subjects I talk about. Reforms that would create a better life for the human beings existing now and a better life for the animals existing on this planet. Right? Suffering Sucks, a channel about vegetarianism. Yeah. I mean, you're just a fucking liar, right? This just makes you a grotesque liar, right? To sit there and put this notion, to make this argument that somehow antinatalists are disengaged, that they're one-trick ponies, that they only care about suffering in one context. It's just such a lie. You're such a liar.
Yeah. How is that really any different from the Christian's mentality? You know, I mean, an antinatalist is coming to me and morally compelling me to be one of them.
Yeah, morally compelling you to, yes, stop the rapists. Yes, do it for the cause. That's right. There's lots of harms to stop, and rape is one of them. So yes, there's this one way you can guarantee not to cause harm first do no harm. Yeah, and the first way you can guarantee that is not to create a need machine. There, then you're going to guarantee no harm. Yeah, and you can't even do that. Why? Because you're pro-life. Oh, who else is pro-life? Oh, that's right, Christians. Yeah, who's the religious nut? Oh, that's right, you are.
You know, it's like, and I had this argument with fucking Naruto last week, and he didn't deny this, right? But he's going on about how much he minimises the harm he does to the world, the material harm, right?
Yeah, that's a good thing, right? Minimizing harm, good thing, that's right. Put batteries in the thing so the Fukushima don't melt down. Do all kinds of things, not to do reckless things. Don't cause reckless or unnecessary suffering or pain. Yes, good idea. That's a good thing. Yes, it is a good thing. Don't, if you have a cold, don't cough in people's faces. Yeah, this is really simple. Yeah, let's do that. Let's not cough in people's faces. Let's not give birth to people who didn't ask to be born. Yeah, that's a good thing.
And I asked, well, okay, you minimise the material harm that you do, but what good do you do?
Ah, well see, that's the silly part, right? That's the only way to do good in the world, jackass. First, do no harm. Yeah, you know, the rest, the doing good in the world, that's a little complicated. Besides alleviating people's miseries and blights and horrors and nasty bits, there isn't a whole else lot out there to do. Everything is pretty much fixing something that's broken, jackass. Harm, waste, squander. These are the things you fix. They're the goods. Fixing the bads is creating good. There is no intrinsic good, retard. Because there's no intrinsic need, idiot.
Because the absence of harm is not good.
Absence of harm is not good. Well, there you go. Gee, that's not logical. So how typical of Braytex.
The absence of harm is not then doing something good.
No, preventing harm is not doing something good. So if you tell your neighbor his wheel's on fire because his brakes are ruined, that's not a good thing. I could go through a million examples. If you push the old lady out of the traffic, it's not a good thing. If you stop something from being harmed, it's not a good thing. By this idiot's logic. So if you end dog fighting, it's not a good thing.
I should say. You're just not doing something bad.
Oh, you're just not doing something bad. So yes, so again, here we go. What's the point? If people can't understand that not doing something bad is a good, then I guess there's no way to communicate with them except with like a sledgehammer or something, right? There's no point in trying to communicate, is there?
So what do you do that's good?
Prevent harm. Alleviate misery, suffering, deprivation, angst, anxiety, pain, difficulty, struggle, blah blah blah, whatever, all the rest of the nasty bit words.
You know, but what do you do to improve this world?
What do you do, idiot? You sit there and make videos pretty much promoting drunkenness, and then you make videos about making videos about drunkenness. Let's see, what else does he do? Complains about his inadequate sex life. Let's see, that's really helpful. I guess it makes losers feel better that you're a double loser. Let's see, what else? Oh, rags on people because they don't like Muslims, because apparently you're forced to like Muslims. Yeah.
Antinatalist. Do you truly believe that sitting typing shit into YouTube comment sections is actually doing something positive for the
Oh, well, what do you think your videos do? You think you're doing something positive by making this idiotic, illogical, hypocritical, lying video? Oh, please. Yeah, nobody could fail worse than you at doing good.
This world. What is your 10-year plan on ending all life?
Oh, do you have a 10-year plan on saving all life, preventing torture, fixing what's broken in the world? You have a 10-year plan, retard? I don't think you have even. I don't think you have any year plan. I don't think you have any. I don't think you have first clue.
Or are you just taking it day by day? You know?
Spoken like a true day-by-dayer. What is that accusation? What are you doing, you crazy fuck? What is it that? What policy have you? You can't even come down on a side on whether or not your own country should have independence or not. You can't make a decision about anything, and you're telling other people they're not decisive enough. Amazing.
You're just going around the comment sections. In order to be a good person, you...
Oh, and what do? You go around the comment sections talking about how, what? You got drunk last night? What do you do in comment sections? Oh, that's right, you're a troll. You're a confessed troll in the comment section. Oh, that's so much more productive. Shit.
must want to destroy all life. You know, and eventually there'll be...
It's called antinatalism. Again, I guess you just don't really understand that. You put the name in the title. It's not called exterminatism or destroy all lifeism, but whatever, fuckhead.
Such a momentum behind your campaign of leaving comments on YouTube comment sections that will gain popular support. You'll get elected, and then you'll be able to force your will on the people.
Yeah, well, I don't know. What is anybody supposed to do? Isn't that what all activism requires, is some sort of organization, some sort of... Isn't this the proper way to do it? Is to make arguments and see if you can compel other people to grow up and be decent. And whether or not they can or cannot is really not the issue, but is there really some other way to do it right, shithead? Oh, I don't think so. I think that's why you make YouTube videos, you stupid retard.
And you call the people that don't agree with you, and then after a few decades, you'll all just fall into sleep for the last time, and the lights will go out.
Again, none of that even has to happen, right? So you can all live out their lives like every other normal jackass. If you want to take 10 years to die in a nursing home, it's fine. Nobody's... It's antinatalism. You solve the problem by not having new people, not by killing yourself. Retard. But no, lie some more, because you can't make an honest argument. So you have to make dishonest arguments. You have to pretend the subject is killyists. Like we're all killyists or something. Ugh, fuck, you're dumb.
Sounds like some incredible fucking fantasy, you know?
You know, well, yeah, the way you paraphrase it, the way you cheat the argument, the way you ignore the argument, yeah, that might be the way you can play the game. But you can only play by cheating, because you're a cheater.
I mean, the end is nigh, the rapture is coming. Prepare yourselves.
Whatever. What does that have to do with anything? No, the argument is it's evolution, stupid. Okay, it's dumb forces in control of precious commodities, which is not good. It's crazy person driving the bus. Not a good situation. Let's do something about it. Instead, you assholes say, no, just keep knitting booties for the bus driver.
These are Christian thoughts, aren't they?
Life is special. These are Christian thoughts, aren't they? I like chasing the pink balloon. It's like a jeebish. My little special jeebish.
You know, I mean, what do you do to improve this world?
Yeah, what do you do? Oogle big fat-assed women with big saggy wrinkly breasts, right? What the fuck do you do, shithead? Oh, that's right, nothing.
Short of minimising the harm you can do, which I don't even believe you actually do.
Oh, so it doesn't, you're not minimizing the harm you can do by not having kids and not eating animals and advocating that people not have kids and not eat animals. Somehow that's not preventing harm.
You know, what good do you do? How do you make this world?
What is a good? Again, what is the good you're suggesting they should do, Mr. fucking know-it-all of goodness? You stupid retard. What? How do you do a good without preventing a bad, asshole? Go ahead, give me the explanation of that one.
A better place? Just by presenting yourself as a moral person and making moral judgments about...
Yeah, that's not what they're doing. We're not making moral judgments, we're making ethical judgments. Yeah, we're saying you don't have consent and you haven't made a decent enough nest and you have no right to be laying eggs. That's right. We're making a judgment about the efficiency and reasonableness of your aggressive action. You're the aggressor, you're the imposer, yet you have no fail-safe plan, you have no unassailable assertive argument of necessity. You're not showing me pictures of the fire you're racing to or some other thing you're going to accomplish. You just say, I love pink balloon, I will step in your face to get my pink balloon. That's all you're saying, and you're wondering why I'm mocking you? Because you're ludicrous.
People castigating people who don't agree with what you agree with.
Yeah, I don't agree that people should be ludicrous idiots, and you're making a ludicrously idiotic argument. You're asserting a right to impose on other people, and your argument is, me lovey pink balloon. You have to do better than that, retard.
You know, I mean, how is that good?
Ugh, gonna have to wait for the big glib finish. Here we go. Should be there should be one, right? Glib coming up.
Yeah, so there's all of that shit. Okay, I can't be bothered anymore. It's just like, what a nightmare, you know? The bell's already tolled for this video.
Whatever. That was a non sequitur and such. Ugh, this is pathetic. So a lazy narcissist who's pretty much a lunatic. I don't know why he's making comments. Who say AN don't want to make the world a better place. Most ANs are on the left politically and support progressive causes. Urging people not to breed would make the world a better place. Yeah, fewer people, fewer animals, fewer resources. Yes, it all makes sense. Yes. So anyway, Grey Text, you mean they type comments into comment section. So again, Grey Text thinks you somehow there's political action without political commentary. Okay. I guess you have that filed in the secret plan place with your good things that you do. Well, the good things you do. The good things that aren't preventions are necessary mitigations against harm. So because you're lazy, selfish, you don't do enough to help people, others are not antinatalist, must be worse, right? Yes, that's right. If you're not an antinatalist, you're an asshole, because you're basically pro-rape, pro-imposition, and you're pro these things based on no rational argument whatsoever. I'm addicted, I don't give a fuck about the victims. That's all you're saying. You're addicted, you don't give a fuck about the victims. Clear. What do you mean being lazy doesn't cause suffering? Isn't some picking up the slack on your behalf? I don't believe, as inmendham does, that is, that this world is a zero-sum game. Yeah, well, you believe a lot of crazy crap. A pot calling the kettle black. I don't even know what that means, but whatever. These people are idiots. Phase 3, prophet. Oh, another Puroism. Yeah, that's brilliant. I mean, you know, he's you know, this is, remember Piro's the one I started with the glib thing, because he's just so glib. So again, another glib remark. So in the face of 500 million years of sentient organisms being eaten alive by crocodiles, dying of syphilis, tuberculosis, and 9 million horrible little chimpanzees falling out of trees from you know, polio, incredibly disgusting attrition rates just to get to maturity, you know, salmon swimming up the stream to explode and die. Year after year after year after year after year of horrific sentient experience, half eaten by a bear kind of shit. And this is his glib response to all that suffering. Phase 3, prophet. Yeah. And this is called philosophy. These are philosophers.